Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you live how to set up a LinkedIn profile as a freelancer. I'm going to be setting up this account. This is a new account I created. I'm going to be setting up this account from scratch, from the beginning to the last, and get it ready to start getting clients through LinkedIn. So I will show you how to go through every part of the profile and how to use different tools like Canva, ChatGPT, PFP Maker to set up the different parts of the profile. For this particular profile, I'm going to be using this foundation. Now, if you don't know what foundation is on LinkedIn, check out my last video. I dealt on the entire idea of foundations as the first thing you need to do to set up a LinkedIn profile. In fact, it's the first thing you need to do before you do anything on LinkedIn. Okay, so check out my previous video on creating a foundation on LinkedIn. The link is in the description or on the left top corner. So for this account, I'm going to be creating a profile for a person that offers copywriting services, that offers it to companies in the finance industry that are business, B2B2C, business or consumer, but that's SME, small and medium scale enterprises. These companies are in Europe, Asia, and America. And the people I'll be targeting are heads of marketing. My USPs are these. These are my unique selling points. And this is what I offer for free. This is the free stuff I offer. Okay. Now I'm going to walk you through this checklist for this profile from top to bottom. Now, if I would recommend that you do what I'm doing on your profile. The moment I do it on this video, you pause and you do it on your profile. So I recommend that you fire up your LinkedIn on your mobile app or your desktop and do as I do. Okay? All right. Let's go. So the first thing here is the foundation. Okay? So we already have a foundation laid out here. Again, if you don't know what the foundation is, please check my last video. So I'll check this out. All right. Now the next thing is my banner image. Now I created a video on how to set up your banner, how to design a banner image on Canva. All right. Now in that video, you see that I mentioned that your banner image should follow a specific color. It should not be a random system. So I chose a color for this. This is the color I'm using, 004 AAB. This is a variant of blue. And let's go to Canva and let me show you the template I use and the banner image I've designed. All right. Now these are all the templates that I've set up that you can use. Okay. Now when you watch that video, you see that I said that your banner image should have at least one graphic element, like you see here. Okay. Then you should have a call to action. Then you should properly spaced. So this is the banner image I created for my writing services. Now how did I come up with this title here? I used ChatGPT. Now let me show you how you can use ChatGPT to come up with copy for your headline. So I have ChatGPT. I want to create a LinkedIn profile as a copywriter. First, can you give me a nice title to put on my cover / banner image? And ChatGPT gave me this. So I went through all of them and I found that this is really, really catchy for me as a copywriter. So I used it. Okay, so that's what I have it. So I tweaked it a little bit. I remember that my foundation is this, and in the foundation is specified that I'm targeting finance businesses. Now, in the video on how to create a foundation, you remember that I said your LinkedIn profile should be based on your foundation document. Okay, so whatever we'll be doing here will be based on this foundation document. Okay, from the cover image to the headline to the about section, everything will be based on the foundation document. All right. So I wrote this there. Now, I love it. From that video, you see that from the video on how to create your banner image, you also see that I said that your banner image should be such that whoever comes there will understand everything you do. So that is why I specify the core services that I offer. So I don't just offer any kind of copywriting services. It's specifically for ads, website copy, social media copy, and email. Okay. So I specified it in my banner image, as you can see here. So these are the copywriting services I offer, and this is my call to action. Now I added a graphic element. This is a graphic element, a testimonial. Okay, so I pulled out the testimonial from my previous, a testimonial I got from a client. You can see it on my original LinkedIn profile, and I added it here. Now, a banner image like this is enough to tell whoever comes to my profile what I do as well as help them decide to work with me. Okay, right. So please go ahead and set up a banner image. I'll link to this template in the description. This is a very good template. I think it's perfect for whatever service you're offering, whether you're offering graphic design or you're offering content writing or software design, whatever service you're offering. I think this is a very good template that you can use to create a banner image. So now let's download the banner image and upload it to our LinkedIn profile. We have downloaded our banner image. Now let's upload it to our LinkedIn profile. Okay, what do you think about this? Our profile is coming together, right? Awesome. So we are done with the banner image for this profile. I take it off. Now the color I use is this. So this is the color you see in the banner image, and that's what I use throughout. And the next thing is our profile photo. Okay, this software online that you can use to edit your profile photo. So it's called PFP Maker. So I've uploaded my picture. It's very simple. What you do is you go on pfpmaker.com, you click on upload photo, you select the photo, and then you edit, and then you edit the background so the color you want. So I had a custom color, so I did it using the hash code for it. You can customize, and you can do whatever you want to do. You can arrange it, make your face show better, however you want it to be. Okay, then you download the image and you upload it to your profile. So we have downloaded the image, so let's upload it to our profile right now. So go to here, you upload the photo. You can try to zoom if you want to. I think we are good this way. Okay. All right. So our profile picture is coming together. Okay. So you see how the color in the profile picture and the color in the cover image aligns together. All right. So now we are done with the profile picture. Let's go to the headline. The next is the headline. There are two ways you can generate headline. You can use a simple formula, or you can use ChatGPT. Now, in my previous video on how to create a LinkedIn profile, I shared the formulas that you can use to create the LinkedIn profile. So I used one of that formula and also used ChatGPT. So this is the formula I used. So this is how I use ChatGPT to create a headline for me. Now I said, awesome. Now give me, continuing from the previous conversation, so now give me 5 LinkedIn headlines, and they gave me this. So I took what they gave me here around this, and I adapted it to the information from my foundation documents. All of this, the finance business, the SME, the P2C. Okay, then I put everything together to get this. Okay, so this is the title: copywriter for P2C finance businesses. I help you write clear, compelling, and converting copy for all your marketing channels. So you can actually give ChatGPT different commands to help come up with different ideas. You can ask ChatGPT for more headline. Give me 5 more, and ChatGPT will spell out headline ideas for you that you can choose. Okay, so you can keep refining it. You can add what you have. So you see, professional copywriter, what that engage, content command, helping brand. So you take it, you take the idea here. You can give ChatGPT more information to refine it. You can say, I am a copywriter for P2C finance. And you add that to the headline. You can add this, and ChatGPT will refine the headline to include the information that you've provided for it. And we have this. So I'm going to update my headline with this information. So to update your headline, you click on this button here. Okay, so you click on this button here. All right. So I'm going to leave my name as it is right now. Then you come to the headline. Then you paste it. Okay. Now let's save. You click on save. Okay. So you see the LinkedIn profile is coming together. Now this one looks strange, so we're going to leave it for now. I'll come back to it later. All right. And let's move to the other information. You can update your location in the same place. Click on this pencil icon, and you can update your location how you want it. Okay. Then you can add contact info. You can remove contact info. So you can add your phone number. You can add your address. You can add a date of birth. If you have a website, add your website. And you can add instant messaging options. Okay. All right. So you can also edit your LinkedIn URL. Okay, so we'll leave this the way it is right now. Right now, what's this profile is for a freelance writer? Okay, I'm going to work. I'm going to edit these two sections. So this one is for show recruiters you're open to work, share that you're hiring. So I'm looking for work, so I'll close this. Then I'll click on get started on this. Okay, so then I'll fill up all of this information. Then I'll select that I'm open to work. Let everybody on LinkedIn see that I'm open to work. And I'll say, now I'll leave it as it is right now. Okay, so you see now you have the open to work badge around my face, and I'll set up that I'm open to work. Now let's move to the next section. So we are done with the headline. Now let's move to the next section, which is the about section. The about section is also called the summary. So you click on add a summary. Another place where you can add the summary is in add a profile section. You go to add about, and it brings you to the same space. Okay, it's the same thing altogether. Right now, in my video on how to create the LinkedIn profile, I specify some formula. It's formula that you can use. Okay, the formula is what, how, who, why, and where. So, what do you do? How do you do it? Who do you do it for? Why should you be hired? And where can they connect with you? Okay, so I use this formula to create this about section. Now, you can also use ChatGPT to create an about section for your business. So you can say, write a LinkedIn about section for my copy writing services using this formula. Who, what, who, why, where. What's, how, who, why, where. Then you send it. ChatGPT writes for you, create an about section for content for you that you can copy and tweak as you like. Okay. Okay. So you see how ChatGPT has created an about section. So you can copy this and add or remove what you want to remove and use to create your about section. Very simple. Makes it very, very simple. So this is what I have. So I'm going to copy this portion by portion and put into my about section on my LinkedIn. Okay, so this is the about section. What you see is I focus on just one industry. I didn't talk about too many industries, but when I start talking about too many industries, it becomes very, very hard to be specific. Okay, so I listed out the channels I write copy for: website copy, social copy, email copy, art copy. I specify my process. This is what makes me unique and different. This is how I create copy, and some other objections that the reader may have. Then I specify who I work for. I specify why they should work with me, and I send them a link to my portfolio. Now, it's always good to have a portfolio as a writer or as a freelancer, that you're doing graphic design or web design, whatever. So I can always point somebody to that place because you don't have so much space on LinkedIn. So this is an example of a portfolio that I created with Google Docs. You don't need a sophisticated software. So some people use Notion to create their portfolio. I use Google Docs to make it very simple, right? See, and this was my previous portfolio. I will link to it in the description so you can see how I organize it, so you can do the same for yours. All right. Then I link to it here. Then I did a call to action. Want to work with me? Send a DM, book a call. Okay. So this is how your about session should be organized. Now the next thing is you add skills. Now these skills are very important because this will enable LinkedIn to point people to you when they start searching for your skills. So LinkedIn already has some recommendation. Okay, so you can add up to 5 skills. So added copywriting, digital copyright. I think okay, this is good. This is good. So this is everything that you need to do in the about section. So I click on save. So now you see I have an about section. Now there's something I did here. I used some fancy stickers, some fancy emojis. I think they call it emojis to make it look shiny. So instead of just making it dry text, you can add this, but don't add it so much so it doesn't look as if all you're trying to do is to display emojis. All right. So this is it simply structure: what you do, how you do it, who you do it for, why they should work with you, and how they can start working with you. And that is it. Your about session is ready. And like I said, you can use ChatGPT, you can use my simple formula and just add as many details as you can add to it. Okay, so we are done with the about section. Now the next thing is your services. So this is where you set up your services. So you click here, or you click here, add profile section, core, then you go to services. So either of them will take you to the same place. Okay. So now the service section is very simple. It's almost like your about section. You can use the same formula to specify the portions of your services. This is the formula. What you do, your process, why they should work with you, and how did you connect the two. It's as simple as that. Now, the service section has a restriction of about 700 characters. So 500 characters. So that's why you say I didn't use so much words. We don't have the space to use so much words here. So let me copy this service section to the profile. Before you click on publish, you have to specify the kind of service it is. So you scroll through to look for yours. For this particular use case is writing, and you select copywriting. So you can add multiple skills to it, copywriting, and publish. So you can always come and edit it and learn more. If somebody sees your service page and requests a service, everything will be shown here in requests. So now our profile is looking way more beautiful now. It's looking way more beautiful. Click on remove services. Now the next portion for is a LinkedIn profile is a featured section, and this is where you can put a lot of things. This featured section is like a board. It's like a board where you can display your best content, your portfolio, your anything you want to put there. Okay, so how you go is you click on add profile section, click on recommended, and you click on add featured. Okay, so for this case, I'm going to add two featured content. I'm going to add a link to our portfolio and a link to where they can book a call. Okay, on LinkedIn, you can go ahead. You want to add a link, so this is what we use. Since we want to link to an external page, we use this. If you want to add a picture, a presentation, a document, you can use this as well. So whatever you want to show in your feature section, I would advise you always have something. Either they post a link to either your portfolio or the link to any of your external resource. Just ensure you add it there, and you can add as many as you want. So we're going to add 2. So our portfolio, click on add. Now you can add description here. Okay, you see. Now let's add a link to our Calendly where they can book a call. So now let's go back and see how it looks like. You see the features, right? See, please in your feature section, look for from the best content you have written online, link to it, create your portfolio and link to your portfolio on your feature section. Okay, add a link to any other external sources. Let's say you have a website, you have a page, you have a link to a blog, a YouTube channel, whatever you think will make the person know you better, or then they can need to contact you externally, add it to your feature section. Okay, now let's go to experience. Now in your experience, you should add only experiences that relate to the skill you want to sell. Okay, now if you watch my video on how to create a LinkedIn profile, I mentioned that you don't just add any experience, you add experiences that is relevant to that service you're offering. Okay, so to add experiences, click on this button here and add experience. So I'm going to add an imaginary experience for this situation. Okay, so let's go. I click on the plus sign to add a new experience, or this pencil sign to edit an existing experience. Now, when you're writing the description, ensure what you're writing in the description of the experience, there are the goals you achieved. Don't just write the things you did, the tasks you completed, or your daily tasks. Add the goals, the specific goals that you accomplished. That is what carries more force. Okay, and you can add the skills that relate to this experience. So ensure you add just the skills that are relevant to a particular experience. You can add a picture if you have, then you save. Okay, now you see how the experience looks like, right? What do you think about our LinkedIn profile so far? Making sense, right? And it looks like something that can convert somebody that lands here that's looking for a copywriter for a finance business. Okay, so now we are done with the experience. Let's check that off. Now, let's go to the next one, which is education. Now, if you have any education that is relevant to copywriting, please add it. If you are currently studying anything in school, we are currently working on a degree that's relevant to copywriting, add it. But if it's not relevant, don't add it. If it's something like medicine or engineering or anything in sciences, you may not have to add it. Okay. If you think the skills you're learning in this particular course you're taking will be related or will help you as a copywriter or in that skill you are going to sell, add it. Else, just add the degree that you are having. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, if I had a degree in engineering and I want to sell a copywriting skill, I won't add engineering because engineering doesn't have any sway. It won't help my case in trying to get clients as a copywriter. But if I have a degree in, let's say, literature, okay, then yeah, it relates to writing, or a degree in creative writing, it relates to copywriting. So in this case, I may just have to leave University of Benin bachelor's degree and save it. But if the degree is related to my service I want to offer, then I'll go ahead and add all the information about the field of study, the start date, and everything. And you see here it's taking shape and everything is coming together. So then let's check off education. The next will be our skills. Okay. So ensure that your top skills are always showing, your top two skills are showing here. Every other skills can go below. So the way it organizes, you have a lot of skills, but the top two are showing at the top. So ensure the skills that is most related to the service you're offering at the top. So you can easily reorder your skills. Okay, so now I'm gonna reorder my skills to move copywriting to the top and digital copywriting to the top to the second position. So every other thing comes below. Now, if you have any licenses or if you're volunteered for anything, you can also add it. So let's say now licenses also covers for certifications. Let's say you have a certification from HubSpot or Udemy or Coursera. You have any certificate at all that relates to the service you're offering. Don't just add any certificate. Ensure it relates to this service you're offering. You can come to add profile section, recommended. Then you select add license certification, add courses, add all of them. Then for your volunteer service, you click on additional, you again add it. Now there are a lot of other things here. Language, organizations. If you have any of this information that you feel it will help your case for the service you're offering, go ahead and add it. But right now what we have is the core basics of the LinkedIn profile. So we have successfully created this LinkedIn profile from the beginning to the end. Now, what are you learning so far? I believe you have learned a lot, and I believe so far, if you are following, you have also optimized or created a new LinkedIn profile from scratch. So we went from the banner image, the profile picture, the about section, the headline, then we came to the about section, the skill, the service, the featured page, the experience, and everything. If there's something very important that you have to take note here. Everything you add in this place is based on your foundation. Without your foundation, you'll be very, very confused as to what to add. Okay, now you see how this foundation helps us in every area, every single area. Then and you see how everything we added in this particular landing page, in this particular LinkedIn profile relates to the service we are offering. They were not random content. They were tied to the services that we are offering. Okay, so I'm going to link to this profile in the description of this video. I'm going to link to all the softwares I use. I'm going to add the templates I use on Canva. I'm going to also add the ChatGPT prompt I use on ChatGPT in the description. So if you need help, if you need more help creating your LinkedIn profile and you think an expert will be of great help to you, my email is in the description. Hit me up and we can take it from there. Thank you very much.